Two, one. Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite football channel, Football with Siri. So today we're going to be discussing the semi-finals, the third place playoffs, and the grand final. Because sadly, the FIFA World Cup is slowly coming to an end. So as usual, I'm not alone. I'm with my co-host here. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Yes. So we're gonna be covering everything together. So let's get into it.
Yes. No. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure you're eager to already get started with the first game that played for
the first semi-final.
Yes. And that was.
It was rather an interesting,
disappointing France
Spain
versus Spain, and going into that game, I know there was a lot that was said about France. The way they play, the front three, the big three. Actually, let's call them the big three. But there's a lot that has been said, so I don't know. Obviously, you are quite disappointed.
I'm very disappointed.
But
so let's.
Yeah, what did you make of the game?
Yeah,
what did you make of the game?
Well, prior to the game, as you said, a lot of expectations, and honestly, I was so nervous because I knew Spain is a team that likes to keep possession. They like getting possession a lot, right? That's the style of play. And then I thought we weren't gonna get this. France wasn't gonna get that affected as to, like, in transition. They're very quick. I mean, the front players you mentioned, but that didn't happen. Sadly, though, like a semi-final. The whole game was controlled by Spain, which was the thing that wasn't supposed to happen. I feel like Spain prepared very well to shut all of them down. And I have to say, as much as I don't like Spain, because I'm a Real Madrid fan, and you know how the situation is with Spain, and there's no Real Madrid players and mostly Barcelona players, I don't like Spain. But going into that game, I felt like France they have lethal players, as you said, but then I don't know what happened. I feel like they were kind of underestimated Spain a bit. They weren't. They should know. The one team that's going to give them trouble in this World Cup is Spain, because the Euros and the history of playing together. So I don't know. I feel like they
beat them twice.
Yes.
In a row. That is the third time.
I feel like they could have dug deep and found a new strategy. Well, in the first half, I think they're gonna come back. They have players who can really change the game. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So that game was rather disappointing for France.
Yeah, no, I share the same sentiment. I think we got to see two different sides that are very strong, right, in their own respective rights, but. Like you said in your analysis, and you said this even before the game, that France likes to, Spain rather likes to dominate the ball, and whereby you have a French team that prefers to have space.
Yes.
That's where the transition comes in.
And I knew that if you don't give France space, that's where you get them, because when the goals that they got it from the other teams giving them space to rule that 16 area. So I think that if you really shut down, if you really don't give them space, then that's where you get them. Because as you see Mbappe, when you give him space, he can shoot from long range. You can see Zen lethal from that area, Dembele to Bacola, enormous. So I really feel like Spain got it right the moment they didn't give France space. So
yeah, and I think one player from that game that stood out for me was Marco Corella.
Yeah, he really kept Olise at bay.
Yeah, no, I saw some of his stats for the knockouts. He has never been dribbled past.
Yeah,
and that includes if he was coming against all these guys, so we thought, okay, this will get started.
Teammates, I guess.
Oh, no, let's not get started on that one.
Okay.
You know, yeah. And I think my thing is, I saw they say that they are waiting for him to make it public that he is interested in joining Real Madrid, and then only after then, because they respect Bayern that much, they will then maybe start. You know, but we all know.
He does want to go. I really feel like
I think probably because of the season that he has had, he feels like, you know, what's more for me to achieve here, you know. It would have been something he then won. Do you think had we won to that game and then they were playing the final, do you think, and then let's say perhaps they also win the final, do you think then he would be in the conversation for Ballon d'Or? Because if Kane is in the conversation, then why are we not putting in Olise?
And Mbappe. I mean, yes.
I mean, of course, you're going to put Mbappe in there. But yes. I mean, to be fair, but for Mbappe, it's a bit difficult because he didn't have such a fantastic season with Real Madrid. It's a team, probably as an individual, yes. But there's the criteria. I mean, it keeps on changing, but there's a criteria set in place for you know, getting to the bottom of who gets to walk away with that. But yeah, let's not derail from the issue. The issue is France versus Spain. So I think in terms of the game, it played into Spain's favor. They were not putting so much pressure on Lamine. You know, the way you'll say Argentina does with Messi. They play as a unit.
I feel like teamwork. It's always better than individual players. We just saw that now. I mean, you can have the best players in the world, but then if you like go up a team that works as a team, not individually as far as that, I feel like they still need to have more of a teamwork situation. I mean, they play good, but like they're not playing as a collective. They just want to take shots individually, this. They don't want to assist each other. So yeah, that's the main problem.
Yeah. So of course, Moreno coming in and deciding the game once again. You know, he did that again in the previous game. So it was actually quite fantastic to witness. He hasn't played that much, but he has actually decided a few. Yeah, he is. And then the next one, the one that was much anticipated, it was England and Argentina. Of course.
Biggest.
Of course.
Game.
The script.
The
main script.
The hand of God.
The hand of God. I know. Throughout the entire game you were waiting for.
I was waiting for something.
The incarnation of the hand of God. Yeah.
Waiting for it, but yeah.
So that one, what did you make of it? I mean, going to the game. You know, the slogan that the England fans has been singing is "It's coming home," right? It looked like it could come home. You know, before that game, you're thinking.
I mean, Argentina is beatable.
It is.
It's very much beatable, except when you're 1-0 up. 1-0 is not enough. 2-0 is not enough. 2-0 is okay. You have to be like 3 up to be comfortable and be like, okay, yeah. 2-0. 1-0 up, you need goals. You know, Argentina, the last 10 minutes, they're lethal. They're coming back 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. That's like what they do, right? No, you decide, you know what? Let's take out the forward. Let's take out forwards and let's defend. Are you okay? How can you do that? You need goals. You need to go forward. You know, Argentina is like, in the last 10 minutes, you think that, I mean, I have to say, if I was the coach, I mean, I would tell them to keep going forward because 1-0 is not like a good.
But I think I think you were watching the game, so you'll see that
he did it too early.
That's I think before the changes, after the goal, England kept on having a go at Argentina. So you cannot say that was Tuchel saying, guys, fall back. You know,
no.
I think the plan was still clear from when the game started to say, if we score, we're still gonna give it a go. But here's the thing: while they were giving it a go, there were 1, 2, 3 incidents whereby Argentina were, threatening, and when they were threatening, then you get to see, okay, we might have an issue here. So that's when I think the players started saying, you know what, let's fall back, let's retrieve, let's try and contain them, blah blah blah. But if you are doing that, a hurricane is not going to give you much. If now you change your game plan, you say, okay, we sit in deep, we defending. You need an outlet.
Okay then. Okay. I would like to disagree. I would like to disagree because when I was watching that game, the wingers was Gordon and Rogers. Rogers wasn't doing much, right? So
he got the assist for the goal.
Yes, but he wasn't doing much. To be honest, he wasn't doing much. He just got the assist that incident. He put the ball in, which was a great ball in. But then after that, he wasn't doing much. He wasn't winning those battles against the rivals. So I think in that situation, he could have took out Rogers and put in Saka a little bit earlier. He took out Gordon. Okay, it's fine.
He took in Dembele.
It was too late to put in attackers. It was like 10 minutes remaining of the game. Then you now want to attack. So I think maybe in the 60th minute, then you take out that Gordon and Rogers and put in Rashford and Saka. They would have showed they want to win the game. They would have showed that. I feel like they would have got the second goal. It wouldn't, that game would have turned out way differently had he actually said we want to go forward while maintaining at the back, because there were a few incidents where Argentina were threatening. Yes, you're right, but then it was too early for him to pop the bars. It was too early. He low-key gave up. He was like, okay, now I have a goal up, let's defend. That's not high.
Yeah, I think
a goal up is not enough.
But probably sometimes, guys, we are not sitting. We are not watching the game from the same view as some of these coaches. One sub that I think you got right was taking out Spence for.
Spence was good.
Was this? Yeah, he was. He played a wonderful game. I won't lie to you.
But defensively.
But then he took him out, and then he took in O'Reilly, someone fresh who will be able to still deal with Messi and right. But the other subs, that's why you probably got them wrong, because if you want to keep the pressure, you'll go for those subs that you mentioned. You take out the winger for a winger. Even when he took out Rice, and I don't think with Rice I have an objection of him being taken out. But I feel like then you bring in someone who can control the game, someone like Kobe Maino, who comes in the end. They start controlling the tempo of the game. You have 20 minutes, 15 minutes to go. You need someone who's going to be on the ball.
Rather
see that
try to keep possession.
Exactly. You take out the Hurricane, you put in a Watkins, someone who's going to be running at
the someone who wants a goal.
Exactly.
We see what I mean.
Even if you didn't go for Watkins, then you go for a Tony as well. You still have a Tony on the bench.
You did.
You go for but it was when the game had already changed.
Exactly. It was too late.
And I think to a certain degree, that's when I was going to say that's when the goal debate was put to bed. You know why? For me, because there was no hand of God. VAR didn't have to come in to control the game for Argentina.
I would say the referee woke up a bit too late.
Yeah, but I think it was an intense game, man. It was a physical game.
Yeah, they were going for each other.
Yeah, but one thing that the referee managed to do was not to take out those yellow cards away to him. He was letting them have a go at each other. And then, of course, first incident, second incident, with the third one, there's no way you're going to go out of it. You're going to get a booking for that. So I think he managed to, allow the game to flow.
I guess.
So the game ended 2-1 with Enzo Fernandez on the score sheet. No one praising Enzo Fernandez. I mean, if you still had Declan Rice or Kobe Maino in there, someone would have went out to try and stop that shot. And then you have a 10 Ben, you have
it's the decisions.
And then they put in a cross again. It's Messi, and then the cross gets to Martinez. No, not one of the tallest in the field, but you have your Denben, you have your Magay, you have your Konsa in the same 18 area, but he still manages to be the first one to get a touch to the ball. So So I think that was a good reflection of the game. It was a tactical challenge for Tuchel, which then saw Argentina, going in. And now, having said that, then Tuchel is up against France for
Tuchel and
for the third. Yes. And of course, we've seen Deschamps will be leaving with Zidane coming in to replace him.
I'm excited, honestly.
We all are excited. I think we want to see what's gonna come, what's gonna change. But you have Zidane who's stepping into the national team to carry France. With the Euros coming, that's where the focus will be, I guess. But then, yes, let's see. It's France. As a coach, if you are the children, do you go with your strongest 11 again for these games, or you give minutes to your players? Some of your French players who haven't played much in this tournament.
I have to say, some people they go for the main prize, which is the World Cup, right? Then I think the players are like, you know what, we didn't get what we want, so what's the use? But then as a coach, you still need to motivate them. I mean, the place is not that bad, rather than ending up fourth, So I feel like, yes, you give them a chance, but don't relapse a lot. You do give a chance to your players on the bench, but then if you see that it's not working, you still want to win. Of course, you still want to win. So if you see that it's not really working out, then you put
your Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe.
So, it will be interesting to hear.
Because you can't. Well, you only have 5 subs, right? So you can't really put your weakest.
But I think we are saying weakest because you haven't played much. Not weakest because you won't be able to manage a 90 minutes game. So from France's perspective, which 3 players do you think should be given a chance today? Thuram,
Ryan
Cherki.
Dubé has been giving a chance. He's been very good. So, and who's this? Philippe Mateta.
I think Mateta should start.
Yes.
Okay. Cherki and Mateta should start. And any other one? Probably one of the Fernandez brothers, because you've been saying they need
they need game time. I really haven't seen them, so maybe one of them.
But I think one of them, the one Hernandez will play, Theo Hernandez, left back, because we saw what happened with Kini in the previous game. He could not handle Yamal, so
he even had to bring him down.
He even had to give a penalty.
It was not necessary, just in football.
Yeah. So I think those are the two. And then from an England perspective, who then comes in to start, who hasn't actually played that much. Do you then bring in a Saka, a Watkins, a
Mino, definitely. Then Saka has been playing, but Saka, let's say. And okay, not Saka. I think Ivan Toney. Yeah, he needs a chance. And yeah.
Okay, and then you still keep the goalkeepers for each team. Or do you also change that position as well?
I have to say, Mian, the French goalkeeper, he's not that great. He's not that great.
You're disappointed with him.
I mean, let's all be honest. He wasn't really tested until Spain. Now they give him a real strong team who take shots.
Then I think for me it would be interesting if he gets the notch again for today's game against England, to see if he'll be able to,
yes, because I'm really not impressed. I mean, yeah.
And then, of course,
Pickford.
I saw there was a lot of criticism online about Pickford.
No, his only disadvantage is that he's short. He's short, but he's a great goalkeeper, but he's short. That's a big disadvantage. You want a goalkeeper who's tall to cover the space. There's some balls you can't reach. The ones that are up, he can't jump. But this other video, when I was watching the game, this other time he was trying to get the ball, he had to twist his whole body, but he still couldn't get the ball because of his height. But then I have to say, I think let's give other people a chance, but then you're up against France, who likes taking those shots.
I mean, if Che gets a nod, he's gonna have a ball. I'm thinking he's gonna go there to try and enjoy himself, to try and say to Maresca, hey, no, look what I can do.
And I also want to put it out here. I feel like Mbappe needs to play. Reason being, I still want him to like take away something from this World Cup. So maybe top goal scorer again.
I think
he wouldn't really want
to play. I think that one we should rest assured.
Yeah.
Because that is on the line. I don't see Dichon saying, I'm starting. He's gonna play. He has to play so that he can get, like you said, something out of this tournament. And the only person that he's up against is playing tomorrow. And if all goes well and Mbappe gets a goal or two today, I don't see Messi getting more than 2 goals, right? If he gets 2, maybe Messi gets 1, or he gets 2 assists and doesn't score, but then Mbappe does end up with that golden boot. So it's going to be interesting to see if Dichon is going to also go for the same approach. But I think he's probably going to go for the same because of what's at stake right now. So yeah, and then the main event, as we close it off.
The main event. Here's how I would like to look at this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's FIFA v Spain. That's how I view it. That's how I view Argentina. I feel like the whole fan base of the world.
I forgot to say something. Marco Corella said if they win tomorrow, he's going to retire from national duties because he feels like having won the World Cup and having won the Euros coming into the World Cup. I mean, there's really nothing for him to really start chasing.
That's bold.
And then he's going to tattoo De La Fonte's face on his arm. So you just know that's happening if Spain, which I somehow do believe.
But then why would you do that?
You know, so you're saying, sorry I actually interrupted you. You were saying something about Argentina or the game.
Yeah, Argentina, controversial team. I have to say, the past, before this game, when they play England, before that game, it has been controversy after controversy, and I have to say, the England game, it was the only game that was actually good, square and fair. The one that won deservedly. Let's give that to them. But then, if FIFA doesn't have a hand in this, the final, then I think it will be a good game. Highly anticipated. You have Spain that likes to keep possession. You have Argentina
that likes to suffer.
They know how to
suffer, yeah. They know how to
have persevered, and that's good, right? They like to suffer, as you said. But they're lethal. When they get the adrenaline kick, they're lethal. So I think it'll be a good game. But I think Spain is going to have more possession, obviously. They're going to be in control of the game. As long as they don't be too comfortable where they even lead, they're taking it. I feel like the scoreline would be 3-1 Spain or 2-1 Spain.
Okay, no.
I see what I said.
That's the one. You have said a lot ever since you started with this World Cup edition.
I wish it was France.
No, I think you can give us you didn't give us your score predictions for France and England.
Oh, 300 France.
300 France. I think I beg to differ with that. I think England, I know how good France are and how bad Dubai was to win the
England won something too.
I think England are gonna probably go in there and just have a good show of themselves.
Yeah.
So they might make not.
But I really hope that France go into this clear-minded and they have a really good go at it because England wants it too. So I guess, I don't know.
And I saw a lot of English fans are saying they're not going to watch that game. It's below them. It's giving peasant behavior. They end up watching that. So I don't know. I think then the final for me, I would say, I'm going to say the same thing that I said when Argentina were playing against England. Take away the controversy and everything.
Yeah.
I think Argentina do stand a chance.
They do.
Because they are playing for one player, and by playing for that one player, it doesn't necessarily mean forcing a pass to that player, but it means giving your all, giving your all, running back if you have to run back, so that he gets to walk, he can walk, so I run so that he walks. I'll jog so that he strolls. It's turning into a poem, but yeah, they are actually doing that for the goal to say, look,
debatable,
of course, but they will die for the goal again, debatable, like you said, and yeah, I think don't rule them out. Like you said, they dominate the ball, Spain, they do this and that and that. But I've seen Paredes, how he actually has been orchestrating that middle of the park for Argentina. Even the Paul is not getting a whiff of game time because of how strong that midfield is with, of course, Enzo Fernandez and McAllister. And you look at it, there's not an out and out number 10, but they always find a balance in between those spaces because they know they don't need a number 10. They have Messi there, and whoever they're gonna play, either it's an Alvarez and whatever, they know Messi will be roaming around those places where that number 10 was supposed to be, even though he plays as a right wing or whatever the case might be. That's why, because they die for him. The guy who's playing behind him doesn't, care.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good final.
Who's your goat?
My goat is Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7. That's my goat. Okay. Let's look at the stats, people. Whatever the stats say, the World Cup, okay, yeah, whatever the stats, people.
So they say when you summarize that, they say, that's hard work and talent. So you're going with hard work.
I'm with hard work, talent.
Other people go with talent.
And let's keep this in mind. These people, they're the age gap, right? So, recapping this, let's recap the whole World Cup. This is our last episode. The two goats, right? We have the two goats. But going to this World Cup, we thought Neymar wasn't really one to remember. So Neymar, we're really sorry, but he didn't have a good World Cup at all. He didn't even play that.
What did you mean?
I feel like if they brought João Pedro,
you started already debate, a fresh one,
Okay.
The question was brought in for João Pedro, sat on the bench the entire tournament while he was said to be the one who's going to take them to the promised land.
He's not 100% fit. I feel like João Pedro would have done more than he would have done. Okay, yeah, Neymar, he didn't have a good World Cup. We move on to CR7.
Did he have a good World Cup?
You see,
did he have a good World Cup?
Wait.
Did he?
The difference between the two teams, Argentina and Portugal. Argentina is playing for Messi, as you say. Portugal, nah. I have to say, they don't. I feel like they don't really respect Ronaldo. They don't play for him as Argentina play for Messi. You see, this other time he was giving instructions to his teammates. They treat him like he's not even there. That was so disappointing and sad. And I'm like, really, people? If you want to be the World Cup.
This is that part where you show that stick of Messi going against you.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna change that.
Yeah.
You think it's funny? Oh, okay. Wait. Give me 10 minutes.
That was like a turn around.
Give me 10 minutes.
Yeah. So I have to say, CR7, your team let you down. That's the only thing I have to say. You would have a good World Cup. You would have, if you have Bruno Fernandes, who is like the god of assisting. If he wanted to, well, in this season, if he wanted to, he would have gave you the ball. He would have gave you the ball so he can score. But then none of that happened. Actually, matter of fact, that whole midfield that was supposed to be the best, they didn't work out for Portugal. So Portugal and Ronaldo, yeah. Then Messi and Argentina.
You have a McAllister committing suicide for Messi.
Argentina play for Messi. They respect Messi. They do everything for Messi. That's the difference between the goals. you have a team who doesn't really care about.
Do you feel like even the coaches they concerned with both the two goals when it comes to lineups? Do they let's say, look, I want to take out this player for this player?
I mean, that would be.
I mean, you are. I feel like it's kind of disrespecting yourself as a gaffer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think they do it. I think they do ask, especially when it comes to taking out their Ronaldo. You ask him, I want to take you out. Are you okay with it? Because if he says no, then you're not taking him out. You know, or you take that chance to try and prove up, and we have seen how it ends with in most cases. But
and then we have, in my opinion, the up and rising goat, Kylian Mbappe. He has had a great World Cup. Oh my gosh, astonishing! Except the moment that Spain game, when you need him, it's like a ghost. He's not there. But then, you know what? He showed great leadership. He showed that he's a dictator. He takes charge. We literally appreciate what all of these goals have done in the World Cup. And this World Cup was very unpredictable. I mean, the small teams, the underdogs.
We have Argentina in the final. It wasn't that unpredictable. We knew that Argentina was going to go all the way.
Yeah, but
they were supposed to be the only team that turns up for this World Cup.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
The African teams showed up. Cabo Verde, we are India. Cabo Verde is very good. So guys, this is where the journey ends for the World Cup, right?
For the World Cup edition, yes.
World Cup edition. So we'll see you when we go back to Premier League. Bye guys.
Bye.